Well, December was weird. I tried making a sheet of sprue, and the wax paper stuck to it. Go figure. The acetone doesn't get vaporized if it's between two sheets of wax paper. So, yeah. Our other side came out flat because I left it overnight with one side exposed and the other side on wax paper, and, well, that seemed to have worked. I don't know what I'm going to use this for yet, but I brought this up because I had these two little bits left over from the soul grinder build that I had. Go figure. I don't know how many of these things come in the box. I guess 6, because I used 2 on the regular soul grinder, 2 on the other soul grinder that I made, and I had these 2 left in the box. And so I took a sheet and I cut a piece of it out, and whatever's left over I put into this can, because you can put these back in the magic jar and they dissolve again, recycle them or whatever. And I made another claw, and I think I'm going to make another soul grinder. So I got the hand, and it's still in its most basic form, but it's a work in progress. And then I took the other side of the piece that I cut out, this piece. So this is one piece. It's just covered with other odds and ends of sprue to make it thicker. But yeah, it's already solid. It's good. So this is done. And the other piece, I did this. This was all one flat sheet, like this one over here. I drew it, and you take a knife, cut it out, and then it's a flat piece, and then you take the putty from the magic jar and you start building on it. So, big lump here, let it dry, flip it over, big lump here, let it dry. Try and texture out some details on it. Maybe I can work with this on it with a blade, or I guess some sandpaper or whatever, make it look more like a hand, but then that's the other side, so there's that. And I made these because I figured I could make another set of legs. This is also a flat sheet. Same thing, put the regular soul grinder next to it, measure it out more or less the dimensions, cut that T out, and then I made the legs, these legs, by taking these corners, and then let's say you cut here and cut down here, and that leaves a 90-degree angle. And for the other half, you cut another 90-degree angle, and then you glue it so that it makes the bottom part. That's why some of them look like rectangles like this. If you want to make a long extended leg, you just cut a long side piece of the sprue, and that's what makes the legs. And then what you do is that you cut the pieces multiple times on multiple sprues, and then you glue them. You stack them 3 layers of those lengths, the same shape. That's why all the legs are mostly the same size. The thing is that after they're set, you take the magic jar and then you coat them. You just take some long strands of sprue putty and then roll them, and then curl them around the whole leg so that they start getting thicker. It's still basically the beginning. I've only worked on this for a couple of days. So yeah, I was working on that. And then I have the sword and the hand. The body, I have no clue how I'm going to work, but we'll get to that eventually. And the other thing that I was working on is that when I last left you guys with the recording, I had done 5 Furies. Well, I added 2 more. So now the squad of Furies has gone up to 7. The other thing is that right now these 2 are lacking details, but maybe paint job and hot glue and a couple of other things here and there will probably make them look better. But yeah, the squad's bigger now. Still have no clue how many more I'm gonna make though. I mean, it would be nice to just have a big, annoying unit of Furies and just drop 15 or 20 of them next to anything and see how much damage they do. But go figure. I have no idea how many more I'm going to make. It's not like I'm out of materials. I have plenty of sprue and acetone to go by. The jar is the problem right now. I don't have a bigger jar. But, you know, you work with what you got.